Welcome to another episode of TeeVo and the Beard.
You cannot see us, but I am TeeVo. That is the beard.
And for a while you couldn't see us because you had on your Halloween eye covers there.
In fact, I'm going to put one back on.
We'll make sure to post a picture on Twitter and Instagram so people can see what we're talking about.
For the fun of it.
For the fun of it,
There is no rhyme or reason. This is not an indication of what we're talking about.
No, 'tis the season.
They were around.
Yeah.
I picked it up. Let's just roll with it.
It's the holiday season here. You know, we're getting close to Halloween.
However, you can tell this is a cheap eye patch because it's actually hurting my eye. So I will take it off.
Yeah, before you get like some pink eye or something from there. Yeah. So do you have any geeky, nerdy thing that you've been up to, or do you want to get right into the shows?
You know, I don't really recall.
Yeah.
I've had a busy personal life within this week, so not that I don't follow my news, but nothing comes to mind right now.
Yeah. I will say, I know.
Oh, well, I did actually no, because we were talking about John Bernthal before we recorded.
Yeah.
And they finally told us when The Punisher is airing.
Okay.
I'm a little confused by what they did with the mystery, air date.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're going to watch it regardless of when you tell us. This is not really a complaint. It's just like, what was your strategy? Was it to build up hype?
Yeah.
Because you just saying there's a Punisher show
that
accomplished.
Yeah, that builds the entire hype train right there.
But nonetheless, they did reveal it. It will be November 17th, 2017, which is an interesting day because I keep forgetting. And I actually find it shocking that I keep forgetting. That's the day Justice League comes out.
That's true.
Yes.
Justice League with the mysterious runtime.
Yes. You would think the amount of trailers they come out with that I would know what day.
Yeah, it would be ingrained in your mind.
But it's not.
But it's a DC thing, so let's do a test here. Ragnarok.
3rd of November.
Yeah, so it's a DC Marvel thing is what that is.
So if they're wondering if those two companies are wondering what I'm going to do on 17th, let's just say I plan to spend the day at home.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'll make a trip.
Right.
But that's about the biggest geeky news to come out, which I'm excited for. I want to see the show, and that's that.
Yeah. I've actually got a comic book related story.
Okay.
So there is a new Batman comic that I started reading yesterday.
Yes.
And it's called Batman the White Knight.
Okay.
And it's with the Batman finally goes over the limit. He tries to kill Joker. And so Joker then becomes kind of a good guy. Now, that's just the first issue of an 8-issue arc.
We talk about a lot with story and everything, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that the American comic business is still on the monthly kind of business plan. I would say in this notion, because I always say TV, Canadian British shows tend to know exactly how to hit the TV mark.
Yeah.
With the amount of episodes they air and when to air them, as opposed to we have to get this done now and we're going to go full force no matter if the scripts are good or not.
Exactly.
As long as they're passable, we're rolling with it. With comics and that kind of art, I'd say Japan's got a good hold on that with manga and everything, because they draw it, and if there's more they can do, they do it. But if not, we can have a finite story.
Well, that's what I like about something like White Knight. It's already announced that it's an 8-issue.
Soon to be
story.
Episode. You never know.
Right. And it's not connected to the rebirth and all that.
So it's a whole separate thing.
It's its own separate thing. So that tells me right there that they have a story. It is going to be this long. It has a beginning, middle, end.
Okay.
So
my understanding, I didn't know, but I'm glad it's not tied into the regular canon.
Yeah.
Because that's exhausting. Because
it is.
There's just so much. If you don't read comics, it's so hard to pinpoint the exact time you need to start reading to be okay.
Yeah, and then with the crossovers and all that, it's like when you have to read this and then go into this, and then
and then the whole well, you didn't have to read this, then why did you make it?
Right. Yeah.
But again, that's just our thoughts on the American comic business.
But I do recommend, if anybody out there is a Batman fan and they don't necessarily want to get into a whole long story, White Knight...
As in 80 years?
Right, yeah. White Knight is a darker, grittier Batman than what the Rebirth series is doing, and it looks like it definitely has potential.
Well, good stuff.
It's definitely a rated T for teen and above. It does have some language and innuendo in it that other DC comics kind of leave out or censor. So,
well, how about that?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the flip side to DC, I guess we'll start today with, since you like to make an announcement.
Yeah.
You're abandoning the Inhumans.
I am abandoning the Inhumans. I have to. It's
okay.
Yeah.
So I will be solo reviewing, and when I say review, I'm just going to give my straight thoughts.
Yeah.
But today I'm going to actually give my thoughts on how it really could have been better.
Okay.
And we keep saying how in different ways, but I think in my head I got the exact way.
So you have fixed Inhumans. In your head.
In my head, yeah. I don't think there's a fixing the Inhumans now.
No, it's done. It's recorded.
But I'm. By the way, I did actually watch this episode live, and then it did say 2 episodes until the season finale, and I said, "You mean series?
Right.
Let's just be real.
Yeah,
not being mean, but come on."
They obviously recorded that promo well before any reviews came out.
But nonetheless, I did watch the past 3 episodes, and again, I'm going to keep my thoughts consistent.
Yeah.
It's terrible that you make secondary characters.
I thought you were just going to end with, it's terrible.
No, it's terrible. You're going to make us care a lot more about secondary characters than the main characters. And it keeps running true. I do want to know about these characters. Yeah. And I like that our main characters are interacting with these characters. Like with Karnak, he's fallen in love with a woman. With Gorgon, he's found a ragtag, group of guys to fight with. With Black Bolt, he has a likable buddy. Yeah. But would I care about their adventures, the main royal family, without these secondary characters? I don't know.
Probably not, though.
And that's the terrible part.
Yeah.
We should be caring about the royal family first. Right. And then if these characters are cool, awesome. Right. But these characters are holding them up. Yeah. This past episode that airs this past Friday, a day we are recording, they finally reunite. So yay. Right. So we'll see what happens now that the whole we're separated storyline's over. Will it get better? I hope. Yeah. But I mean, I'm still quote unquote entertained when I'm watching the show. But you mostly only care because it has the Marvel name in front of it. If it didn't, you may have given up on it also. I probably would have. Yeah. Now let me tell you my plan on how this could have been fixed. Okay. And the only thing you would need to change was maybe writing. I was about to say better writers. But we could have kept the cast same way. Yeah. So we keep saying that the problem with the Inhumans is that, we were thrust upon this world as if we were supposed to know them. Right. Because my first time I ever talked with the Inhumans, I said, if you don't know these people, this will be a tough show for you. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough show for those of us that even have like a passing knowledge. Exactly. So we said, they really should have connected with S.H.I.E.L.D. So my thinking is, Jia Ying, season 2. Yeah. So she was supposed to be like a rogue Inhuman faction. So naturally, this is not a group that's going to follow the royal family. Right. However, if the royal family is kind of like, as royalty, as in, this line of family has been ruling, there has to be some tribute to it. Yeah. Not in an obvious way. Right. Because, that's not the show S.H.I.E.L.D.'s about. But that arc was beginning the Inhumans. There should have been like the Black Bolt, like royal family sign somewhere in that village. Yeah, I agree. Whether it be in Jia Ying's place or maybe in an old villager. Yeah. Or someone who, maybe knew Inhumans before even Jia Ying. Yeah. I don't know. It could work. It could work. So then that builds the whole, for us Easter egg hunters, that's clearly Black Bolt in the family.
And unless they really hid it in there to nowhere to be seen.
Oh, they did not.
Yeah.
I would seriously doubt it, because at that time, and we know why they didn't do it, because at that time, they were still hoping the Inhumans to be a movie.
Right.
Which I think would have been better.
Yeah, definitely.
But
at least we'd already be done with it.
So that's where I would start the hype train on the Inhumans royal family, begin there.
Right.
Now, season 3 was really the best point, because if to make it somewhat a crossover instead of like a related series. I think that's also where they're not hitting the mark. It's like, you like S.H.I.E.L.D., but this show doesn't have to do with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. But it still says Marvel.
So you really should have, if you really were trying to get the S.H.I.E.L.D. audience, you should have tried to connect it more with S.H.I.E.L.D. In the same way maybe Agent Carter did.
Yeah, yeah.
Or how the Netflix show is. Like, these shows are their own thing, but, they are connected with each other. And there is a payoff with the Defenders.
Right.
So, season 3, that was our Inhumans arc. Not saying we get rid of Brett Dalton's Hive.
Right. No.
But, however, maybe we reduce Gideon Malik's role.
Yeah. And
we could even brought Maximus in the role.
I was say, you could have brought somebody from this Inhumans.
Or someone that's more related, maybe not from the new show, but someone who's definitely related to the Inhumans family.
Right.
And then, just to get namesake out there, maybe towards the end, we do get someone like Karnak and Gorgon.
Yeah.
To help out the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. No, that definitely would have worked.
And then, at the end, we maybe meet one other person, and it's just that assumption they will go off and do their own show.
Yeah.
See how it works. But the thing is, we know them now. Yeah. Because I was watching Karnak's storyline in the last 3 episodes, and I like it a lot. Because it does feel very Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's just not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
But I think, this could have been in S.H.I.E.L.D. This could have been something. Yeah. Because he's, well, let's face it, again, I like that actor. Watched him for 20 years now.
Yeah.
Wow. But it was strong enough. He's strong enough on his own that if the show was maybe him, not going to go out on limb, they should make a Karnak show. But
right, yeah.
that his storyline was strong enough that it stuck out to me.
Yeah. But I like the connection you were making with Agent Carter, where they didn't like go on and on about Peggy for entire episodes. She's mentioned here and there. She's in Captain America, but it's not. Yeah. It's not the Agent Carter movie. Yeah. But there was enough knowledge there that once we get dropped into the first season, we hit the floor running. But we already know who she is. We already care that she. Yes. We want her to make it.
Yes. Yeah. So it's really that connection. Whether they have put it in S.H.I.E.L.D., which is really the only place at the time they could have put it. Yeah. But that's where we're missing. We don't know them well enough to care just yet. Yeah. And and again, I know they were trying to make a movie. That's why they couldn't do it. But that's just my way.
Well, I think what they should have done is the same thing that Discovery did. See my nice segue there?
Yes.
So they used an episode and a half, about basically 2 episodes, to introduce us to these characters.
Yes. Like a hard introduction.
A hard introduction, yeah. I mean,
like not like, hey, by the way, these are. No, they just go, no, we are going to sit for an hour.
Yeah, we're going to explain to you who these people are and why you need to care about them and what they're doing in this world. So that now when we get to where we are in the show, you care about the captain, you care about the commander. I mean, you care about every single person on there, both primary and secondary characters. Right. Maybe a couple tertiary characters, just because,
But you care.
Care.
That's the big asterisk there.
Yeah, so even though Michael's the main character, when the captain gets thrown in prison, in a Klingon prison in this most recent episode, you want him to make it out, even though he's not the main person you're rooting for in the show. It just makes a much more enjoyable show.
Did you have more to say on Discovery?
Not so much because
I had another segue, but I don't want to interrupt your Discovery.
I was just going to say that this, even though they're all sequential episodes and you do have to watch one to get to the other, this may be the first one that felt like a filler episode, but not in a bad way.
Right.
Not a lot really happened.
It's funny how filler episodes are always not bad, but when they're bad, you want to talk about how bad it is.
Yeah, no, this. I would, instead of calling this a filler episode, I'm going to call this a connector episode. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to tie in things between the episode before and the episode after it. Nice. But yeah, there's not, as far as plot and stuff, there's really not much. It was just
exciting stuff.
It was, and it had Rainn Wilson in it. And,
really?
Yeah, he plays Mud in this. Okay. And people familiar with the original series. Oh, speaking of Easter eggs. So they show a list of captains in this episode of Discovery, and there's Archer from Enterprise, there's Captain April, there's Captain Pike, all these names that if you're familiar with the original series and with Enterprise, it makes
Captain
sense.
Pike was in the Abrams films, right?
Also, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that comes before Kirk.
Okay.
In both timelines.
Oh, so that's not just the films,
right?
Oh, yeah. I learned something.
Yeah, there you go.
Because the first two, I was like,
yeah,
and then Captain Pike,
almost over the head, but not quite. Yeah, it skimmed the hairs there.
Yeah, and then turned back. I was like, wait a minute, Captain Pike.
But I like those kind of Easter eggs where it's like, if you get it, you get it. But if not, it wouldn't take anything. Like if you were watching Discovery and you saw those names come up, it wouldn't take anything.
But you just then learn, former captains.
Yeah.
Got it.
And that's explained to you,
Well, I'm going to transition for when you say, learning characters with sci-fi. I was going to then go into the Orville, which they did. First episode, you learn Ed and the Adrian Palicki's character.
Yeah.
Crap, what's her name?
We are the worst.
Oh my God. Kelly Grayson.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure it's somewhere in my notes.
And just for those people who've actually been listening, I forgot the gifted characters again.
I have them down as boy and girl. Stucker children is who I have them down as.
Stucker. Oh my God.
And that's in my typed out notes.
And I made a mental note in one of my phone, which I don't think it stuck, but to say learn people's names, which we haven't done.
No, obviously.
We're going back to the other Fox show.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy that, the first episode we really learn at base, Isaac and Bortus and Ilara and the Doctor and what's Scott Grimes' character's name? I'm sorry. You should have it in your notes. He was a big deal in this episode.
I have Malloy. What was his
first
name?
Malloy.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Well, at least I can recall, as opposed to Gifted, where
right. It's just the children.
I really haven't.
Thing one and thing two.
Jane and Joe.
Yeah.
But they introduced them, but they wanted to make sure we got the main dynamic, which is Ed and Kelly. And I like that the following episodes, they really stepped away from Ed and Kelly to introduce the other characters in their own kind of centric stories. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So now, after we are in Krill, the latest episode to air, there's nobody aside from people that obviously we shouldn't care about.
Yeah.
There's no one floating around going, I don't care if you succeed in this mission or not. It's like, oh wow, I know all of you.
Yeah, we want all of you to make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. And I like, speaking of the dynamic there, they could have taken, Captain Mercer and Kelly and made them the two to go on the Krill ship and just made them two be the main adventurers in every episode. But they took, Well,
I will say it does help that you are, when you as the actor is friends with the creator. Yeah. So there are some perks in that. Yeah. But no, I do get overall what you mean.
Yeah. So Mercer and Malloy have to go onto the Krill ship, and Fox spares no expense on their special effects.
Yes.
So I want to give them full props for that.
Yes.
CW can take some notes.
Well, I think it helps when they keep canceling shows. It's like, we were going to spend money on that show, but that's not happening, so you can have some of this.
They're still spending that Firefly money is what it is.
Yeah. So they had a reserve of how much special effects they were going to do in 2001.
We were going to do 15 seasons of Firefly, but since we just did one, here's the rest of the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're a space show. You're the same.
Right, yeah. Nobody will know the difference.
Orville, Firefly.
Yeah.
Fireville.
Yeah. So what did you think about the comedy in this episode? Because it was a bit more comic. I'm not gonna say funnier, but comic full.
Well, it definitely strayed into the Seth MacFarlane that I definitely know. Not in full force, but
Right.
it did have it.
It's like, let's take this joke and do it as many times as we possibly can.
But sometimes, as a Seth MacFarlane fan, sometimes I don't find an episode funny or a joke funny.
Yeah.
I will at the end of the episode because he has a way of beating me in submission with jokes. I had messaged the Beard before the Beard saw it.
Yeah.
And I said, man, there was a joke in this that I didn't find funny at all. But at the end, I did.
Yeah.
Or at least at the finale of that joke, I did laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And particularly, we're talking about, so they infiltrate a Krill, battle station.
Yeah.
A big spaceship. And we learn that the Krill are these very religious, species. They follow the book.
Yeah.
The book to the T.
Yep.
They're that stereotypical, no nonsense, no humor,
right?
Big bats.
Yeah. Almost Klingon-like in their appearance and all that. Yeah.
Is that what Klingons are like?
Kind of, yeah. Well, not necessarily religious. I mean, the Klingons are more warrior-like, but that same sternness.
Well, see, learn something again.
Yeah, it's like we follow the rules.
Yeah.
Why? Because they are the rules.
So we learned the Krill have this god named Avis. And Malloy could not let it go at all in the episode that Avis is also, in Earth terms, a rental car chain. Yeah. And I was like, oh, haha. And then he kept saying it. Yeah. And kept saying it. And I was like, this isn't landing. No. Until the one joke where, there is a nice Krill woman who invites him to go speak in front of the Krill children to talk about how everybody is evil except the Krill. Right. And they say, tell us what the Earthlings are like. And he just says they worship a god called Hertz. Yeah. I said, okay. Yeah. You got me. Yeah. You got me. You got me. Yeah. That was worth the that was worth the payoff. Yeah.
It took 20 jokes to get there, but
you got me.
You got there. Yeah. One thing I like about this show is you always think they're going in one direction.
That's true.
They kind of switch it off. So we find out that the Krill are basically space vampires.
Yes.
And the way they're going to stop them, I personally thought was just going to be dismantle their weapon.
Yes.
So because it's like, oh, well, this is Seth MacFarlane. They're not going to go too violent with this. No, they're going to kill everyone except the children.
Except the children.
And the teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was, for a comedic sci-fi show, that was a pretty poignant end to it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like drama, like drama movies or just deeper things you would expect in this.
Yeah.
Because, he does make a friend. Well, I don't know if she's going to be friends with him now,
right. Yeah.
But he does make a Krill friend within this female teacher.
Yeah.
And
meaning that she's a Krill and a friend, not Krill friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krill.
Oh. See, Seth MacFarlane, I can make bad jokes too.
So he spares the children from basically the sunlight. And
you're just not laughing at that one, right? Because it's the girlfriend just hitting you.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. It'll hit you later. It'll never be funny. Don't worry.
I'm trying to think of it now. I don't know what I was.
Yeah, she's a Krill and she's a friend.
I think I was more laughing at you.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking what I was laughing at. I think I was laughing more at you.
Oh, I was laughing at my own joke, so yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing at you rather than the joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I had to really think of it. I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I still don't get it now. So I obviously was laughing at you and your hand gestures.
Good that we got that cleared up.
Yes. But anyway, he makes a friend.
Yeah.
And he spares her and the children. And she asks, well, why didn't you kill us all?
Yeah.
And he said, well, they're kids.
Yeah.
They're not my enemy.
And you think that it's going to stop right there.
No.
No.
And she just says, they will be.
Right.
After what you did, they will be. And I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
That just went a lot deeper.
Yeah. And that's the great thing about this episode. It felt like it was going to be another filler episode, but then it makes that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, sure, you think you're killing your enemies.
Yes.
But your enemies, if they have children, are going to become your enemies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So really, he just made definitely some more.
Yeah, because now they actually have a reason to hate the humans.
Yeah. Hey, I had a dad on the ship.
Yeah.
He's dead now. Thanks to you.
Yeah, because before the only reason they hated the humans is because the book told them to hate everybody who wasn't Krill.
The Kool-Aid was there.
Right. Yeah.
Well, now they don't need the Kool-Aid.
No. Now it's like, we have a reason to hate you. Yeah. So,
So that I just thought that was an interesting episode. They keep making interesting episodes, whether they're light years funny or meaningful. They're just very interesting, and I like them for that.
It's definitely going to keep me watching. I still got to say, this is I forgot the name of the movie now.
Which one?
If Galaxy Quest was a TV show, this would be it.
Okay.
So I still got to go with that as my main review of Orville, and that's definitely a high compliment right there, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
So you want to stay on Fox?
Yes.
And visit the mutants?
Yes.
So the first thing I want to say about this episode is
Marco needs to die.
Well, besides that, that's mostly a TeeVo relationship problem there.
Yes. And that agent needs to die.
Oh yeah. No.
First of all, okay, I'm not gonna bog it down. Mm-hmm. I get his character motivation, but that guy plays it way too well.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Right.
I don't think I'll ever like you.
Right.
And I think if
you may never be able to act in another thing again without seeing the agent.
You know what? That's true. There are some actors where I can't let go of a previous role that they played. And one of them played a nice role and then a mean role. And I cannot watch the nice one anymore.
Okay.
So that makes me go, if they get another season, which I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah. And if they film again to a place where I can go, if I'm seen with him, I don't know. I might get fired.
Right.
Because I might just shotgun the whole script and kill that character.
It's like, whoa, that was not scripted. It is now.
It is now. Yeah. This is what the people want.
Right.
I am a voice for the people right now.
There you go.
So pay him whatever you were going to pay him for the season, and let him go.
But I would like to see something like that happen, because my biggest complaint, especially up to this episode, is I want something to happen. We now care about these people.
Yes.
We want to see them survive. We want to see them make it.
Not Marco.
Besides Marco and the agent.
Yes.
So let something happen. Let's move the conflict along. These have been 3 very story-building, character-building episodes.
I'm going to throw a wrench in this.
Okay.
Do we care? Because we cannot remember these people's names.
Well, we know them by powers.
Yeah.
Shield Girl and World Vibrating Guy.
Yeah. An Amy actress.
An Amy actress, yeah.
And True Blood dude.
Yeah.
So that's my question right now. Do we care?
Well, maybe if they didn't all show them in the dark and let us actually interact with them a little bit.
Okay, I swear on Monday I am physically going to write their names down.
Right.
Or print out the cast list on IMDb and bring it, because this is. How many episodes are we in?
Yeah, this is the 3rd episode, and
I mean, within the first episode of the Orville, I knew everybody's names.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Reed, Fong, Turner, Proud Star, Danielle, Strucker children. Yeah.
I mean, I know Thunderbird's name, but I like him. That's the one mutant I'm like, okay, nothing happened to you.
Yeah.
And I mean that on a full, I like your character, not like Polaris, like, please don't go away.
Right.
Don't make me say it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Polaris is going to be there for a while, even though she was barely in this episode.
She was. Yeah. And when it was with Marco.
I know.
But I do agree what you mean, though. Yeah. We get it now.
Yeah.
And also, I learned that, I guess because I had really no expectation on The Gifted.
Yeah.
I was not even sure if I was even going to watch The Gifted.
Yeah.
So I didn't do as intent research as I do on S.H.I.E.L.D. per se.
Yeah, of course.
I learned that it's only going to be a 10-episode season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is news to me.
That is news to me, and I'm going to trust whatever said it on Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. If obviously we're on the 11th episode, I will eat crow and say, well, that's what you get for trusting Wikipedia.
Right. But and we are professional amateurs here.
Yes. So. But as it stands, this is going to be only a 10-episode season.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
When they did say they wanted to make it like Legion, I guess they weren't kidding.
Right, yeah. Because it's like we're literally making it.
Well, because knowing that and then hearing especially your thoughts on it, they got to move soon.
Yeah.
Because this is the kind of pace you would feel if, say, oh, you got 18, 20, 22 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you only got 10 and we are now a third into it,
But that does give me hope for episode 4 now that they're going to start ramping it up a little bit.
Well, it gives you hope, but also now you have the expectation. That's like, oh no, now you have to.
Because maybe they ramp it up and give us a nice cliffhanger at the end of episode 10.
Yeah. Marco dies.
Or Marco may be dead, and so now we have to watch
well, I guess
sure he's dead.
Well, I guess if he's not, I guess they definitively show he's dead. That's not a cliffhanger,
right?
I can. You know what? We don't have to have a cliffhanger. Just kill him.
Just kill him. Yeah.
At this point, I think I'd rather have Marco rather than the agent.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just extra. At least the agent is a bad guy.
That's true.
I mean, if we kill them both, there's no one to fight.
And Marco's still at the point where as long as he's in something else where it's not with a girl that you like, we can see him as a different character.
Yes, that's
where
true.
The agent is the agent.
That's true. I have no qualms against insert actor name.
Right.
But the guy playing that agent, oh yeah.
He's done.
If I see you in anything else, oh buddy.
You better be playing a bad guy.
You better be playing a bad guy.
He's got that Christopher Lee curse.
Or just don't show up at all.
Yeah. But it's like when Christopher Lee was still alive, if he's not playing a bad guy or a monster, I don't want him. I don't need Christopher Lee as a good guy.
Yeah.
So,
but he hasn't had the Christopher Lee respect though, where you
That's
still
true.
Want Christopher Lee there.
Yeah.
Right now that guy is in the
he's still young. Yeah.
He's still young.
Yeah. I mean, Christopher Lee was doing it for 11 billion years.
Well, I'll mention that the last actor to do that to me was Campbell Scott.
Okay.
If you don't know what Campbell Scott is, you best know him as Richard Parker and Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans.
Okay.
And then he did a show called Damages, which he probably did after or before.
Yeah.
Don't know. But he did something terrible in that. And the one season he was in it,
yeah,
he did something terrible in the finale that I just don't forgive him for. To the point where I fast forward the beginning of The Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
I also sold my copies of The Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, actually, not because of him only, but there were other reasons. But
he didn't help.
He could have helped, but he did not.
Yeah.
But he did something at the end of it where I was just like, I don't see you as a nice man. Anymore.
Yeah.
So this guy, Campbell Scott, and the guy who plays the agents in the movie or show, I'm not watching.
Just done.
I will pray it get canceled before production.
Any other general thoughts about The Gifted? Because there really wasn't too much in my opinion, to really talk about from this episode.
Well, the only thing I can say after watching this particular episode is they're trying to make a commentary. Well, they weren't shy about it this time around.
Right, yeah.
So, we pledged not to get too political, so we won't delve into it. But let's just say that they were trying to make a statement. They sure did.
But they still stay a little bit more under the radar than the CW does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good observation.
Yeah, and that was also my way of making... I'm trying to get better at the segues.
Well, your segues are hitting today because they're actually making me think about it.
Yeah.
And you are right.
So do we want to go... Which one do we want to go with first?
Let's talk about The Flash.
Okay, because it was not as bad as the first episode.
No, and it's not as bad as we made it out to be.
No. But that was the trailer's fault, or the preview, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I'm like CW. You know what? I was conscious this time. Okay, so The Flash, in the middle of it, there is Flash trailers. And Supergirl, I don't know what it is, but we do not see anything. At least for me, I did not see
I didn't either.
Anything Supergirl, which made the episode better for story-wise, because I don't know what to expect.
Right, yeah.
So I was making a conscious effort to pay attention.
Yeah. No, Flash is in the middle of it. They're like, no, you don't have to worry about anybody. Here's who's going to be in the next episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, so The Flash this week was not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
So let me remind our listeners what we thought it was going to be. Barry gets a new suit. The new suit goes haywire.
Wacky fun.
Jokes ensue. The end.
And my initial thought was, why?
Exactly.
But... there was a reason.
There was.
And also the whole wacky suit thing wasn't as long as they made it out to be.
No, not at all.
It actually...
I think they showed us all the clips in the
I think
the
they
preview.
did.
Yeah.
But the only thing I will gripe about this episode is they really don't know what to do with Kid Flash anymore.
They don't.
Because
he was a background character at best.
It's kind of getting embarrassing for that actor. Because why are you here?
Yeah, mostly that scene where Barry goes off to save the car going out of control.
Yeah, there's a car, going a billion miles per hour, not literally.
Yeah. But pretty close.
Pretty close. Yeah. And out of control. I can't stop the brakes. I'm going to run into a big truck. No.
Yeah.
It's up to the Flash. And before he goes, he tells Wally, stay here.
Yeah. Because Wally's not a grown man. He can't make his own decisions.
He's also not a speedster.
Right.
And he also can't provide some form of help.
Right, yeah.
At best, you could have told him to stay back when you got there together. Just put that was hurtful Wally number one. Right. Hurtful Wally number two. So Barry gets an upgrade of his suit, which basically turns him to Iron Man. Yeah. I didn't like that very much.
Right.
Because everything's coming out the palms now because Iron Man did it.
Right. And we acknowledge that Wally does not get a new suit.
No, he does not. Yeah. And so the
even though he's been there for the past 6 months, saving Central City.
You know what? Good point.
I just thought
if I were Wally, I'd be like, well, thanks, Cisco. I thought we were cool.
Right, yeah. Aren't we the sidekick buddies here?
But apparently the entire time you were thinking about Barry.
Yeah.
You couldn't even put like an extra thing in my headgear.
Something, a little, HUD or whatever.
Exactly. Or at least a cooling system. But no, full, all for Barry, who may or may not have come back.
Right.
But hey, whatever.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Yeah.
But hey, whatever.
Yeah, you don't get over your ex, I guess.
Sure. So Wally gets hit with a concussive blast because the monster of the week was a tech meta.
Yeah.
Who can control anything tech. So naturally, I built all this tech in your suit. Oh no.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
Yeah. Wally gets hit with a concussive blast, knocked out for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Like gone.
It's like, why'd you even have him on set?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the hijinks ensued, and then yay, Barry saves the day.
Yeah.
But still, I would say the strongest points of the episode for me was the ones I thought I wasn't going to like. So the preview really amped up both the, hey, wacky suit, and couples counseling.
Right.
I really did like the couples counseling.
It was very well done. As I told TeeVo off air, it kind of reminded me of a cleaner version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because it was a very kind of effective way to get to the point of how Iris felt in that time.
Right.
In a very, not, we're going to go in a dark corner, Star Labs type thing. No, we were going to centralize this plot.
Yeah. Yeah, so they see a counselor who knows nothing about what they do.
Yes.
Which kind of gives them that shared secret.
Yes, exactly.
So something else to help their relationship. Even though as fans and as people who have been spoiled by the internet, we're not worried about their relationship.
Right.
It still was.
That, again, we will definitely say that is a CW fault.
Yeah. It was still well done.
It was well done. Yeah. When it's well done, I will say it's great. And when it's not, we will say otherwise.
Right.
But, however, the big clincher at the end, the Thinker returns.
Yes.
And I swear I thought he was going to say, I'm thinking.
Right.
But he didn't.
He'll just say that at the end of each episode.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But no, we learned that these new Monster of the Weeks they're fighting this season apparently have nothing to do with the particle accelerator.
Right. They're like West Coast metas or something.
Yeah, obviously the Thinker.
Yeah.
You were saying off air how you didn't like how they actually gave you a number.
Right, yeah. Because he says there's others.
Yes.
But Kilgore, who I kept reading as Kilgrey, anytime they put his name up there.
Kilgoot.
If
it's Kilgoot, you're like Kilgrey, or.
Yeah. It's like, how do you get an O out of a percent sign? I don't know, but okay. So when he said there are others, I was like, all right, that's a good clincher there. It's like, okay, well, how many others are there going to be? Well, just
12.
wait until the Thinker shows you the board. It's like, there are this many others.
There are 12.
So we had to fill in all these squares.
That's probably what he was thinking about the last episode.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, didn't bother me as much. But in true Flash fashion, whenever they preset certain things, sometimes they don't pay off as well.
That's true, yeah.
So maybe that's where you're coming with it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I thought it was a good device to kind of get us excited for the season.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of there being metas or whatever they end up calling these other people outside of what Barry knows.
Yes.
So
because I certainly didn't think of it before that little reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in, 4 seasons now?
Yeah.
And every meta they fight, extends from the particle accelerator.
Yeah.
No big deal. So this guy pops up. Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, you got it.
Yeah.
And then the whole, when they visited him in jail, and they said, you were here. The particle accelerator is here. How did you get this?
Yeah.
I was like,
that's good question.
Oh. And then the heat is the reveal of there are more.
Yeah. I also like that even though this is a lighter season than it's been before, and the writers have even talked about that, this was a monster of the week who did not care about humans.
Nope.
Like, he killed.
Yes.
Like, brutally killed people.
Well, and I like this one because it wasn't the, hey, I have powers, I'm just going to destroy anybody. No, he's like, no, I have a very finite group of people that I'm going after.
But I'm going to make sure, I'm not going to just do the bad guy thing of talking out my plan and all that. No, I'm going to kill this guy in an elevator. I'm going to kill this girl with an insulin overdose. And I'm going to kill these people. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I will say the girl that he nearly killed with the insulin, when you don't see someone for a long time, and also the last thing you did to them was something bad, and then they break into your house, maybe you shouldn't,
don't taunt the bad guys. Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Even if you don't know they have powers, just don't taunt the people.
Yeah. So that's my word of the wise to anybody listening.
Yeah, because I was almost on her side till she became a bully.
Yeah.
Then it's like, no. Yeah, I was like, take care of her.
I was like, wow, that's...
You're worse than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was the preview for next episode?
The next one is... I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched the preview.
Well, I guess we're gonna watch it
because it was during the episode. So,
well, I guess we're gonna watch it regardless.
So stuff is going to happen, and Barry's going to be there, and Wally may be in the background somewhere.
Yeah,
but
well, actually, and
maybe we'll get Tom Cavanaugh.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, if these past few episodes were indicative of anything, maybe that's the reason why we didn't see Wally in the big crossover poster.
Yeah, they're trying to wean us off of him.
Sad.
Yeah,
there's so much potential with Wally West, though.
Yeah,
like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's a well-known speedster name. It's not like you went into the Z list of your speedsters. It's like you picked right there. It's like first tier. But Barry, Wally.
Yeah. But whatever. Yeah. Clearly, we are not being paid to write the show.
No, we're not being paid at all.
You're not being paid at all.
So, but the people that are being paid well, not as good of a thing now. Supergirl, but there is a lot of money going around in this episode.
Yes.
So I am a fan of the other CW show, Jane the Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And
are you going to try to say her name?
I am not.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will just call her Sai because that's who she was in this episode. And she is an excellent actress who was very underused. They should have made her episode of 2 parts.
Okay.
Because I think they didn't give her much motivation. They just kind of threw her in there. And then they resolved it way too fast. So, but that's my only complaint from this episode.
Well, Supergirl does that a lot.
Mm-hmm. But when it's actresses I don't care about, then that's fine.
Supergirl does it a lot, but I guess what bounces them from something like when the Flash does something in similar nature, there's just more to like about the other parts of the episode.
Everything else was so good in this.
Except for, so my first reaction after watching this episode is that, I'm sorry, Katie McGrath. I think you're a lovely person. Yeah. But you need to fire your dialect coach or hire one.
Or make the Luthors Irish.
Yes. Yeah. One of those three. If you have a dialect coach right now, fire him. Yeah. If you don't, get one. Yeah. Or let's change the lineage of because you're adopted.
Right, yeah. So
they don't have to be Irish.
Yeah.
You can.
Right.
Because
so let's make it canon.
You noticed in the first episode that there was something she said that did not sound like anything American.
Right.
I didn't catch it, but I did agree with you because there was some things she said last season.
Yeah.
That triggered the same effect. Mm-hmm. This episode, I don't know. And also, you know what? I might also blame the editor. Because what if she did better takes?
Right.
With a perfect, pristine accent.
Yeah.
And they just didn't use it.
Right. Because maybe the other actor messed up or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
However, but there were sentences in this one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to talk about the scene where she goes up to Kara about getting an assignment, and that's where Kara blows her off, and then she has to put on the boss pants.
And she gets full on Irish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there were I was actually wondering, is this going to keep going?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like we were learning the truth about Lena
right
here.
So I'm sorry, Miss Katie McGrath, but it's just getting really weird.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's like choose an accent. Just whichever one you choose and stick with, we're happy with it.
Yes, and like I said, if you have a dialect coach, fire him. If you don't, get one.
Right. Did you notice, though, and this isn't with accents, but with pronunciation, when Jimmy first comes up to her, he says Miss Luthor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he actually says Luthor instead of Luther like everybody else mispronouncing it. I
didn't notice it until, I think you might have said this one off air too, because in my mind, Luthor is Luthor.
Right.
I kind of just ignore Luther.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, Luther's a show on BBC.
Which is actually a show, so if anybody out there hasn't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, there you go. That's our plug of the week there. So, the thing that confused me about this episode, though, is I thought Jimmy was in charge of Catco.
Yeah, that's apparently not happening.
No.
And that's the other point we also made off air. Mm-hmm. So within both the Flash and Supergirl, they have characters that they clearly don't know how to use anymore.
Right.
And Jimmy is the one for Supergirl.
Yeah, because I guess if he's not Guardian, he's nothing.
Well, the problem is, unlike, say, Wally, where I want to see more Kid Flash stories, they just won't do them.
Right.
I don't care about Guardian.
Yeah, no.
I actually like you better as Jimmy.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So when they tried last season with the whole Guardian thing, I was like, this is so unnecessary. And you're not even doing that great of a job, let's be honest, as Guardian.
Yeah.
So, but now that they seem to be stripping Jimmy away.
Right. So, so I think that they should have put him as the actual head of Catco, the way Cat Grant was.
Yes. And it's weird that Lena decides, as a cool good guy move last episode, to buy Catco.
Yeah.
From not Talbot.
Right.
But I found
again, I'm sure his character has a name on this, but
Morgan Chase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can remember not Talbot's name.
Yeah. That's why with The Gifted, I'm really struggling with my identity on that one. Morgan Chase, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Kazdar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know his real name.
So you guys all go in there. Yeah.
Except for The Gifted.
Right. Not just meant with the one actor, you get all of his roles.
But I thought it was cool that she bought it from him. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was weird that she, at the end, decides, hey, I'm just going to spend more time here. What?
Right. Why?
Yeah. I thought you were here in this episode to, see what your purchase is like.
Right, yeah.
Maybe you'll drop by.
Because you've never shown any interest in journalism before.
Yes. And you'll drop by from time to time, see how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, here. And I get why they get it. Hey, buddy time. Or boss employee time.
We got a Super and a Luthor working together.
Oh. So that was weird.
Yeah.
It's just and I'm not saying I'm qualified to run a multi-billion-dollar corporation, but I just don't think that's the right move.
Well, and just because you run one type of multi-billion-dollar corporation doesn't mean you can run every type.
Exactly.
And Media Empire is going to be a lot different than whatever L Corp does.
LexCorp,
yeah.
That's the other thing that I still ignore. L Corp, LexCorp. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it LexCorp. I mean, you're going to be Luthor.
Yeah.
LexCorp run by the Luthors.
So, and another character is Samantha. I keep trying to remember her.
I'm just going to call her Rain.
I know. I keep trying to remember her human name. I like how they're introducing her.
That's my last point of that. Mm-hmm. It's like, totally agree. But I think I'm agreeing so hard. It's like, so she's the bad guy?
Right.
Because I like her.
Right, yeah. But that's good. I like having a bad guy that I'm like, I know I shouldn't root for you, but I am totally on your side.
Because she's going to have to do something awful.
Yeah.
For me to, I guess all of us to go, no, we don't want you to win anymore.
Well, I'm worried that something's going to happen to her daughter that turns her awful.
That's going to be it.
And as a dad, I'm like, yes.
That's going to be it.
Yeah.
Because right now, you see she is just a single mom, just trying to make it in this world and take care of her daughter. What's not to like?
Yeah.
But I guess, you know what? CW fault if they didn't tell us that was going to be Rain.
Right. We wouldn't know.
I mean, even though the transition so far they're showing with Rain, it's going to be difficult for us.
Yeah.
But how much cooler would it have been if we didn't know?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Well, I guess eventually we know. It's like, hey, who's the new person on the show?
Right.
Who's the new person? And also, there's going to be a new character.
She could have been a new good guy, though. For all we knew.
For all we knew.
Yeah.
But I think eventually we would have leaned on her being Rain.
Yeah.
But CW took care of that. It's like, no, that's it.
Yeah, that's her. So, we put a big neon sign over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she's going to be Samantha now. But yeah, it's just going to be real tough. But I think something is going to happen to her daughter. Because if there's anything that these past 2 episodes have illustrated, is that her daughter is the world to her.
Right. Yeah, she will not go to work. She will use power she doesn't even know she has.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is also, I think, a very cool dynamic they're doing here, is that she doesn't realize what she can do.
Yes. So, yay.
Yeah. So CW doing something right.
But see, that's the thing. They could have... So, at the end, they also revealed that Samantha's new job is taking over Elcor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but she doesn't look like someone that we know.
Who are you that you can do this?
Yeah. Now, if they said she's going to be taking over Catco...
Right. Yeah.
She's taking like the head honcho spot while Lena takes care of everything Elcor related. That Samantha was the Catco representative.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yes.
Yeah, and because if you even look back at old canon, you have Cat Grant, who started as a Gotham columnist, who then grew to run Catco. It's like, okay, we can assume that Samantha came from a similar
and this is
thing.
I'm not saying anything against like her character or anybody in real life of that character.
Yeah.
It's just this character is literally being thrust to run a big family corporation.
Yeah.
While the person that has been running it decides to focus on just one tiny new piece.
Yes.
That was just weird. They should have flip-flopped it.
They should have. Yeah.
They'd like Lena's just like, hey, I'm going to see what it looks like. Yay. Your job is to look after this part and tell me about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be the eyes and ears of Catco. That would have made a lot more sense.
And still, you could still use the exclusionary feel that Jimmy had.
Yeah, I mean, it still would have worked. Yeah.
Or you know what? Maybe CW is listening right now, and they'll retcon it by the next episode. It's like, oh no, you misunderstood.
Yeah.
You misheard us. You misheard the dialogue.
Yeah, because they could just re-record it and then re-upload it to the app.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we'd be like, no, I can rewatch last episode. Oh, she did say that. Okay.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, CW.
Yeah, that was our bad.
Yeah,
we really did mishear you. So another one who they're underusing is Win.
But I think Wynn's so likable right now that he'll get his moment.
Right.
I think I call out Jimmy because it's been very consistent.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, even when they utilize him in The Guardian, it was just like, you're clearly using it because using the Guardian arc to try to generate something.
Yeah. Make us like Jimmy. We already like Jimmy.
You're trying.
Yeah.
But Wynn, I'm not worried about Wynn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I agree, but I'm not worried about him.
And
he'll be fine. He'll have a great story arc coming up. I know it.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to see some more Martian Manhunter.
You know what? That's actually my last little, I guess, gripe. That I guess that's where you would say a 2-parter with Sai.
Yeah,
would have been useful because we don't know how she got her powers really.
Yeah,
and I refuse to believe an Earthling is better than a Martian.
Okay,
just putting that out there.
No, that's yeah.
How, she sensed he was there. He's like, oh, she's too strong for me.
Yeah. Why?
She's a Martian Manhunter. I mean, if you can...
We've seen you do things.
You can explain it by maybe that you weren't there in proximity. That's how she got the better of you.
Yeah.
But it's like, No. You are Martian Manhunter. You should be able to beat her. At least in that facet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, they gave us no background. They gave us no, at least a mini origin story. It's like, no, we're just gonna
because if she was like a psychic alien, I'd buy it that she could best the Martian Manhunter.
That would explain her looks too.
Yeah, but for being of this Earth, no.
I'm not even sure the actress is of this Earth. I've seen her rap.
Oh, yeah. What?
Rap.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm looking that
and
up
it's
later.
amazing.
I'm looking that up.
Yeah.
Speaking.
She may be an actual alien.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, which would explain her name too. Which I'm still not gonna.
Am I gonna say it?
There are too many consonants in her name.
I bet Gal Gadot could say it.
I'm sure she could, or Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
So, anything else about Supergirl?
And wait, I only said that because they're both from Israel.
Yeah.
In case nobody made that connection.
Yeah.
No. And I don't think they had a preview uploaded when I was trying to look for one. Because sometimes with the CW app, there's a preview ready to watch when the episode's over. Look for one with Supergirl. Wasn't there.
I did see it, and it looks like we're going to Mars.
And but you know what? It's Supergirl's already got me to where it's like, I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll watch. Don't worry. I'll be back. It
looks like we're going to see where some of that special effects money went.
Oh, pressure's on.
Yeah.
Well, we know. You know what? Maybe this will explain the Flash.
Yeah. I'm hoping they pull from the same pot, and that's why
they're like, okay, we're only going to give you this much for the renting sequences because we got to do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got to spend most of our money on Arrow, even though TeeVo and the Beard aren't watching it.
Yeah. And use practical effects.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So.
Any more notes from yours?
No. We
did we hit everything?
Pretty much. Yeah.
There's not one on the back?
No, that was I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Get some notes.
I only saw one Inhumans summary.
Yeah, no,
there's two.
For two, yeah. But it wasn't worth me saying anything over.
Nah.
So until next week.